everyone, and welcome to Stan the Wine Man TV. I am your host, Stan Rattan, and this is a blue-collar wine show where I help you spend your wine dollars wisely. Football players are coming up. Seattle plays, The Huskies play Texas. We got a lot of stuff going on in the NFL. January is going to be filled with playoff action. And so I thought it would be really cool to do a best wines with pizza. A lot of people eat pizza during the playoffs. And you know what? I kind of avoid beer during watching football because it bloats me, and I actually go to wine. So don't feel like a wimp, say, I can't pull out the wine, I'm a guy, gotta pull out the beer. Forget about it. If people know you like wine, pull out the wine. You'll be surprised at how many people actually dive into it. And so we're gonna look for wines that go good with pizza, go well with pizza. Anyway, I just kind of pulled these out of the store. I don't know, so we're gonna find out. I have the pizza here, ready to go, and we're going to get started. But right away, I'd like to do a shout out. I said I would do a shout out. So a shout out to new subscribers. I got mentioned in the Northwest magazine insert in the Seattle Times. I want to first thank Eric, I think it's Lakaitis, who writes for that art for the Northwest magazine insert. And he included a comment about my blog in that insert, and he included the comment from Troy Commons from Snohomish, who said he watched my channel, thanked him for putting that in there, and he thought it was pretty good. I'll take that, Troy. Pretty good is, I like that. So, I got a lot of new viewers, and so a shout out to Fauci Wong, Jim R, Goose TX, Cole Hoffner, Mad Cats 1, Richard Gu, Edward Priest, Bob Ardisino, Patrick Boatsman, Susanna Egolf, Murata iDesigns, Raquel Jackson, Lance and Cherry Otis, thank you, those are locals. I thank you for subscribing to the channel. Christine Newman, Tabletop Chris, Gregory Cooper, Barbara Travers, thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying these programs. I hope I can give you some good content and some good advice on wines. So, best wines with pizza. I went two of the wines from Italy, which makes sense because Italians do pizza very well. This is the Carpenetto Dogagiolo Red. It rolls in at $14. It's a 2020. Okay, this rolls in at $14. I think I said that. Let's give it a little rinse here. You know, Italian wine, as I've said many times before, the European winemakers always seem to make their wine to go with foods. So I'm very curious to see how this one turns out. Yeah, fairly dark, but you can see through it a little bit. So I'm going to say, you know, kind of a darker reddish crimson color, but not too dark. Let's see what we get on the nose. A little licorice, cherries, almost a blackberry component coming through. A little bit of black olive as well. Let's see what we get on the palate. We're going to taste it first and then have it with the pizza. Lots of minerality on this wine. Very like crushed rock, big time. Big time crushed rock. Kind of a cherry notes. I don't get the licorice. Fresh acidity, kind of crunchy actually in the palate with that crushed stone rock. Very curious how this will go with the pizza. Let's give it pizza. Actually, to be honest, this is a little too acidic for the pizza. You need a little bit of a deeper, kind of richer red sauce to go with this one. This is a DiGiorno Supreme pizza that I bought at the store. Most people will do frozen pizzas. I like DiGiorno, like Freschetta. This is, I don't get paid for saying this. Those are just kind of the pizzas I go to. No, doesn't work. Sorry guys, not a match. I like this wine a lot. I'm gonna go B- on this wine. I think it's better than average. I think it needs some serious food, not a pizza. Yeah, I'm gonna just go B- on the wine, and it does not match with pizza. So no Dogajolo for your pizza party during the playoffs, football playoffs. I don't think it. Also, it is not a 80% wine, so you're having a bunch of people over. You're gonna get a lot of people going, "What are you serving to us, you idiot?" No, just kidding, not idiot. Don't serve this wine with pizza. Serve it with lasagna. Serve it with. Now, this would actually be good with I think it'd be good with barbecue chicken, to be quite honest, but not with pizza. B-. Let's move on. We're going to Italy again. This time it's the 2017, which is surprising. Madia Torre Zambria Montepulciano di Abruzzo. So it's Montepulciano, the grape from Abruzzo, and it rolls in at $12. Great price. Again, I'm looking for budget wines because look, it's a football party, pizza party. You don't want to spend a lot of money on your wine. Just saying. Color on this is a little darker, as I can tell right away, pouring it out of the bottle. A lot darker than the Dogajolo. The Dogajolo, by the way, was 80% Sangiovese, 20% Cab. I forgot to mention that. So this is Montepulciano from Abruzzo. And let's see what we get on the nose. A lot of licorice on this. Good currant notes. A little black olive as well. Getting some leather components coming through on this one. Okay, let's see what we get on the palate. So it's fresh, which is good. Black currants coming through, front to finish. A little bit of black olive notes coming through as well. Black licorice on the mid palate into the finish. This wine is simple. I'm going to call this a simple wine. Good table red. Not complex. It's interesting enough, but you know, this is. So I'm thinking if this works good with a pizza, this might be a really great wine because you know you're watching the football game. You're not really thinking about your wine, right? You get the point. I like this match. They don't compete with each other, which is what you want. You don't want them competing. They actually complement each other. You can taste the pizza, you can taste the wine. They flow nicely together. I like it. Even though this is a simple wine, I think it's a delicious wine. I think it is not quite an 80%er because there's a, you know, when I go to 80%, I look for, also for people that are looking for a more complex wine. So I would put this in the 55 to 60% category. But the point of this episode is this goes well with pizza. So I think this is a C plus B minus wine. It's $12. I think it's a good value. I think if you're having a pizza party, this would be a great wine to bring to the party. It does match well with pizza. Yeah. And it's fresh enough. So, you know, if you make your own pizza and you put a little more to it, I still think it would hold up. I haven't done I have not put up a video with matching food and actually eating the food. I want to hear a comment from you guys, and you guys that don't comment, that come to the store and tell me what you thought. Make a comment, please. I like to respond to comments. I like it when you comment a lot. Thank you, David Rumelo, for making comments. He jives in all the time. I really appreciate that because you know, I just like it a lot. So make a comment. Do you think I should do more of these where I'm actually eating the food and matching it with wine? I want to know. I want to know because that helps me for 2024. Let's move on. This is a 2018 Confidencial Reserva Tinto from Portugal. And looking this up on the website, it says we use 10 different varietals and they're all confidential. Thus the name. So it's basically a kitchen sink blend, $13. There you go. And I thought it'd be cool to pull a Portuguese wine in. I love Portuguese wine. I really do. Ooh, that's too big of a rinse. What's wrong with me? Stan, come on. But we need to rinse. Okay. Color, kind of between the Montepulciano and the Carpenetto, Dogagiolo. Kind of a reddish purple color. Very interesting nose. I get a little eucalyptus, which is not surprising because Portugal battles with eucalyptus. They brought it from Australia, evidently, and they don't like it that much. It's a weed, as they say. A little umami, a little licorice. Currants and blueberries. Currants and blueberries, baby. Currants and blueberries. Let's see what we get on the palate. So the eucalyptus freshness comes through on the palate. The blueberries come through on the mid palate. Very balanced. Good, fresh acidity. Little bark, kind of little bark thing going on. Even some chocolate on the back of the mid palate and the finish. A little more complex than the Montepulciano. Let's see how it goes with the pizza. Okay. Once again, they marry together nicely. You always want a food and wine pairing where the wine and the food complement each other. This brings out a little spiciness in the wine, which is really cool. I didn't get that with either of the first two. So, kind of a spicy characteristic. Licorice notes come through. Like I said, the freshness of the city. I'm a big crust guy, by the way. I love the crust. How many of you like the crust? Do you eat the crust on your pizza or do you just throw it away? My wife is not a big crust fan. Nice match. Now the eucalyptus is very subtle. I don't think that'll throw people off. In fact, some people might not even know what they're really tasting in this one. But since I taste so many wines with eucalyptus on it, I kind of catch it. You know what I mean? That's okay. What did I say the price on? $11? I mean, come on. No, not 11. $13. Great price. You're having people over. Yeah, it's a very good wine. I'm going to go straight up B on that wine. I think it has a good complexity. I like the way it matches with the pizza. I'm going to go straight up B on the Confidential Red 2018. All right. So I had to do a no world wine, and I like this wine. I've reviewed it in the past. Damn, what am I doing with this freaking rinse? Come on, guys. Slap me. Slap me. Don't rinse so heavy. I guess I'm not thinking. You know. So this is the 2021 Colby Red Blend. From the cool thing about the story, and you'll remember this, the son had heart surgery when he was really young. Everything worked out really great for him. And then he approached his father later, and he said, "Dad, his dad's a winemaker. He said, "Dad, can we make a wine and donate proceeds to heart research? Help people out with heart surgeries." And his dad said, "Yeah." So all the money from the sales of this wine, the proceeds from this wine, go towards heart research, helping people out with heart surgeries. It's $11. Colby Red. Sorry I don't have the breakdown for you, but this is more about whether it goes with pizza, not necessarily the breakdown of the wine. But I was surprised when I did this episode last time. I thought it had more Zin in it. It might have a little bit, but it's not necessarily Zin-based wine. I thought it'd be fun to do this wine because, not that the wine's not fun, Scott. It would be fun to do this wine because you got to throw in a New World wine for pizza. Let's see what we get on the nose. Oh, color. Very, very dark. No surprise there. Let's see what we get on the nose. This one hedges towards clams. I'll explain the clam thing at some time. I think last time I tried this one on YouTube, I kind of got into the clam thing. Definitely currant notes, a little bit of that Panda Bear licorice, not twist licorice, not the sweeter licorice, but more the Panda Bear style. A little bit of an interesting kind of green tobacco thing going on. Black raspberry, dark currants. Okay, let's see what we get on the palate. Nice balance on this wine, good freshness. There's some acidity here. I get that kind of Panda Bear, black licorice, more natural licorice. Not super strong, licorice, but more subtle. Currants, dark cherries. Huge black raspberry hit on the mid palate into the finish. The finish is very fresh. So, I'm super excited to see how this goes with the pizza. $11. Now, I was a little nervous about doing a New World wine with pizza because of the fruit. Oh, 14.5 alcohol. So here's my comment on this one. You're having a pizza party, you're doing pizza. The fruit on this one sort of overrides the pizza, but not entirely. But a lot of people will love this wine. They don't give a crap if it doesn't match perfectly with pizza. It does not crazy out of balance. Okay. I'm going to call this a popular wine. I'm going to go straight up B, B+. Does it match with pizza? I think, you know what? It's such a good wine, and it doesn't conflict enough that people will give a crap. So yes, serve it with pizza. Thanks for taking a little time out of your day. Like this video if you like it. I want comments. Do you like the food, me eating food on this? hopefully this isn't too long. And, you know, if you haven't already, think about subscribing to the channel. Subscribing to this channel, you can see what's coming up. You can get good advice on great wines at a good value, or maybe expensive wines that maybe you shouldn't spend your money on. You keep watching, and I'll keep helping you spend your wine dollars wisely.